They took my blood. They took all my blood. This is part 1 of my diabetes blood test story. You'll not only hear about the terrible pain and the frustration, but also the news that diabetes can be cured. Can it? Well, stick around and you'll find out. Welcome to the Liz and Skatz channel. Hi, I'm Skatz and I'm a musician and music therapist with type 2 diabetes. Together with my wife Liz, we've been beating my diabetes, losing over 100 pounds in weight and gaining more health so we can grow old together disgracefully. On the way, we want to help you become keto bonitos too and grow more healthy. So help us to help you by doing this. Subscribe, and click on the bell. Hello, keto bonitos and fabulous fasting friends. Liz and I have been fighting my diabetes now for about 6 months, and the moment of truth has finally arrived. Yes, it's the blood test that will tell us whether we have won the battle. This morning, I got up early after fasting all night. That's not entirely new to me. Well, actually getting up early in the morning is quite new to me. I'm a musician after all. But the fasting isn't new to me. If you want to know more about fasting, then we have lots of videos on this channel, so check out the Keto and Fasting playlist. Fasting is amazing and it stops COVID. Really? Well, it puts you in a stronger position to be able to fight it. Anyway, I digress. Here's me just before I went into the doctor's. It's blood test day. It's a very important day, 22nd of September. This is the big one for me. I don't find out the results today, but this is the time when they stab me with needles and remove my blood for testing. And here's me having my blood taken. See what a brave soldier I was. But I must tell you about the frustration, the pain I can handle. But the frustration is almost too much to take. And what, I hear you ask, is the source of my frustration? Well, I will tell you, dear listener. The last time I went to the doctor's, I was about 60 pounds heavier than I am now, and a lot rounder, and I was given medicine for diabetes. The very least I was expecting this time for everybody to come out and give me a big round of applause and a red carpet welcome and gaze in awe at my improved physique. Is that too much to ask? Well, yes it is. It's downright egotistical of me. But you might do the same if you'd spent most of your life being the butt of jokes about your wobbly appearance and your impressive food intake. I think I deserve my moment of glory. That, of course, didn't happen because I was all masked up and nobody recognised me. The nurse, well, she was pleased with my progress, which is fine, but I wanted to be stroked and congratulated. Have you been in this position? Do you recognise what I'm talking about? Tell me about it in the comments. I want to hear your stories too. In the meantime, what else had been frustrating? Well, I've been waiting all of this time to get my blood tests. And now I have to wait another 2 weeks to get the results. 2 weeks? That's almost an armful. And I absolutely know for certain that the doctor's going to have a go at me for my cholesterol levels. He's going to say they're too high, especially the LDL. And I just know that I'm going to have difficulty explaining that it's only the oxidized LDL that's the problem, the tiny LDL. That's the problem, not all of it. And that's the dangerous stuff. And they don't do a test for that because you have to spin the blood more to do that. They don't do that. And he won't look at the relationship between the triglycerides and the HDL reading. That tells you whether you're in the danger zone or not. No, they don't do that. He'll want to put me on statins. That's what he'll want. That's what he said Liz should do as well. But with research, just a little bit of research, he'd know that that's completely unnecessary. It's all right if you're talking about somebody who's on a high carb diet, where they've got a lot of sugar, where they've got a lot of glucose in their blood. But if not, if you're on a keto diet and you're fasting, that's not what you need. Also, in Ireland, just like in the UK, they don't have an insulin test as part of the blood test. When I asked the nurse if that would be possible, she looked at me like I'd just had a pee in her shoes. Why on earth would you want an insulin test? Well, to tell if I'm insulin resistant or not anymore, perhaps. It's a little bit frustrating. Do you know what? I feel like Keto Chris should be the one doing this video. Yeah! He loves having a good complain. Do you like complaining? I like complaining sometimes. It raises the cortisol levels a bit though, and it's all a bit frustrating and it gets you a bit mad, and I don't know whether that's a good thing at all. I don't know, some people need it really. Yeah! But it messes about with your insulin levels, and that's not really what I want at the moment. And that's a bit frustrating. It's all a bit frustrating. Get off me, you bum! I'll let you into a little secret though. The reason I'm in a bit of a mood is because I was also given the flu vaccination just after I'd had my blood tests. And I'm feeling a little bit like I'm getting some of the symptoms of the flu. So I hope you'll forgive me for being a bit complainy, because I feel like I'm coming down with the flu. No, I've not got the throat thing. I've just got the head thing. It's the head thing. No, that's frustrating. And I feel like if I do come down with these symptoms for 2 or 3 days, then, well, it's going to make editing this video a little bit difficult, and it's going to make everything a little bit difficult really, and I don't want things to be difficult. No. I must say, I'm not annoyed about having had the injection. I actually feel quite privileged. I mean, I'm in a high risk category. That's not a privilege, but being in that category, having diabetes, means that I do get this injection for free, and thank you HSE for that. And what I'm hoping actually is that with all of this fasting and autophagy that I've been experiencing recently, that I will sail through this and the symptoms won't be very much at all, because my immune system should be a lot stronger. If everything that Liz and I have been saying recently is true, and I really hope it is. I don't want to be proved wrong about this. So, the questions on everyone's lips are: will I get better tomorrow from this fake flu and be as fit as a fiddle? Will my test results in 2 weeks' time prove that I am no longer a diabetic? Will the doctor tell me to go on statins and just completely ignore my very witty rebuttals? Will you have subscribed to this channel and watched all of the videos so that we can finally earn something off this and get out of this enforced employment lockdown? Will there be a parade and a 21-gun salute next time I go to the doctors? Is that too much to ask? Is this all just a flu hallucination? Find out in 2 weeks' time in part 2 of this video. Thank you for joining me. Peace and love to all of you, from all of me, and from Liz too, and from my guitars. They're mostly there behind me. Thank you. See you in the next video.